Hello, it is time for another recap for Los Piratas del Caribe y el Mapa Secreto. This is Capítulo Nueve recap. So you should have already read Capítulo Nueve. If you didn't, stop this video, go back and read it, and then come back and listen to the recap, right? No cheating. All right, so when we left off, exciting things had just happened in chapter 8. And so we're not going to go back all over that. You can go back and look at the recap of chapter 8. So we're ready for the recap of chapter 9. So it takes 4 hours, 4 horas, for Henry Morgan and his pirates to get to that secret island, Isla Secreta. And there are rocks surrounding the whole island, so it is impossible for the ship to get close to that island. So Henry and his men get the canoes out and they canoe to the island. Henry tells the pirates to walk to the cave once they land on the island. So when they get on the island, it is covered in vegetation. So plants, it's just it's a secret island. People haven't been there because it's been a secret. So they have to use machetes and their swords, espadas, to cut down all this vegetation. And they're making their way to the cave. And while that's going on, Antonio and his men spot the island. So remember, they had, Felipe had said, hey, we should be able to remember. We looked at that map so much, we should be able to remember how to get there. So they had set off for the island. They found it. They see that the pirates are there. And when Antonio's ship reaches the island, they too have to travel by canoe because of all those rocks. So the pirates are just having a hard time getting to the cave because there's all that vegetation on the path. And after many hours, they finally get to the secret cave. Now, they are not aware that Antonio and his men have also arrived on the island. So Henry tells his men that they are going to enter the cave. The pirates should grab the silver. And he's going to take care of getting the agua de vida, the magic water, agua mágica. And so while the pirates are in the cave, Antonio and his men reach the cave. So see, they got to get there a little bit quicker. Why? Because Henry and his men had cut down all the vegetation and made a path. So Antonio and his men reach the cave. Antonio yells, "You are trapped!" Henry comes up with the plan to have Santiago, which is Raquel, remember, be a distraction. So he wants her to go out of the cave dressed as Raquel and talk with Antonio. And Raquel likes this plan because it means she's going to get to talk to Antonio. And remember, that was her plan, to go with Henry all along so that she could meet back up with Antonio and find out what was up. So Henry wants Raquel to take a small portion of the magic water out with her so she can be like, "Hey, I've got the magic water, el agua mágica." And so he wants her to tell Antonio and his men that there isn't much of the water, and so that they should come and take it from her. And he wants Raquel to lead Antonio and his men away from the entrance, obviously, so Henry and his men can escape with all of the goodies. So Raquel agrees. She quickly takes off her disguise. This is when the other pilots are like, "Whoa, wait a minute. Santiago is a woman? What is going on?" Raquel goes ahead. She walks to the entrance of the cave and calls out to Antonio and his men. And so that is where we're going to stop with the recap today. Make sure that you are reading carefully. Make sure you are reading in small sections when you read, and make sure you are processing all that reading. If you have any questions and need some more help after watching this recap, send me an email or a message through Canvas and I'll be happy to help you. I miss you guys. Take care. Adios.